Hey everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're diving into the ultimate comfort food. A dish that's perfect for chilly evenings, game days, or anytime you need a hearty, delicious meal. We're making a classic one-pot chili. The best part, it's incredibly easy, packed with flavor, and leaves you with minimal cleanup. Forget using a million different pans. We're doing this all in one single pot. It's rich, it's savory, and it's about to become your new favorite go-to recipe. So, grab your apron, and let's get cooking. First things first, let's talk about our ingredients. For this recipe, you'll need about 2 pounds of ground beef. I like using an 80/20 blend for the perfect balance of flavor and fat. If you prefer ground turkey or even a plant-based substitute works great too. Next, we need our veggies. We'll be using 1 large, yellow onion, 2 bell peppers. I love using 1 red and 1 green for color, and about 4 cloves of garlic. For the heat and smoky flavor, we'll use 1 or 2 jalapenos. Don't forget to remove the seeds if you want it milder. Moving on to the heart of the chili, the beans and tomatoes. I'm using 1 can of kidney beans and 1 can of pinto beans, both rinsed and drained. You can use black beans or a mix of your favorites. For the tomatoes, you'll need a large 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and a smaller 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. This combination gives the chili a fantastic texture, with both a smooth base and chunky bits of tomato throughout. Now for the spices. This is where the magic really happens. We're going for a deep, smoky, and slightly spicy flavor profile. You'll need a 1/4 cup of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of oregano, and a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll also add a little bit of sugar and just a tablespoon to balance out the acidity of the tomatoes. And of course, salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. A secret ingredient I love to add is a touch of unsweetened cocoa powder, about a teaspoon. It sounds strange, but trust me, it adds an incredible depth and richness you won't want to skip. Alright, let's get our 1 pot onto the stove. I'm using a large Dutch oven, but any heavy-bottomed pot will work. Set it over medium-high heat, and add a tablespoon of olive oil. Once the oil is shimmering, it's time to add our ground beef. Break it up with a spoon and let it brown, stirring occasionally. We're looking for that beautiful deep brown color, which means we're building layers of flavor right from the start. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Don't rush this step. Once the beef is nicely browned, it's time to add our aromatics. Add in the chopped onion and bell peppers. Stir everything together and let the veggies cook down for about 5 minutes, until they start to soften and the onion becomes translucent. Now, add the minced garlic and the chopped jalapenos. Cook for another minute until you can smell that amazing garlic aroma. Be careful not to let the garlic burn, as it can turn bitter. With our base smelling incredible, it's time to bloom our spices. Add in the chili powder, cumin, smoked paprika, oregano, and onion powder. Stir everything constantly for about 30 seconds. This step is crucial because toasting the spices in the hot pot wakes them up and intensifies their flavor, making your chili taste like it's been simmering for hours. You'll notice the whole kitchen starts to smell absolutely divine right about now. Now we're ready to bring it all together. Pour in the crushed tomatoes and the diced tomatoes, juice and all. Give everything a good stir, scraping up any delicious brown bits from the bottom of the pot. Those bits are pure flavor. Next, add in your drained and rinsed kidney beans and pinto beans. Then, we add our secret weapons, the tablespoon of sugar and that teaspoon of cocoa powder. It really deepens the flavor. At this point, you might want to add a bit of liquid to get the consistency just right. I like to add about a cup of beef broth. You could also use water or even a dark beer for an extra layer of flavor. Stir everything together until it's well combined. Now, bring the chili to a gentle simmer. Once it starts bubbling, reduce the heat to low. Cover the pot and let it cook. This is where patience comes in. We're going to let our 1-pot chili simmer for at least 1 hour. Honestly, the longer it simmers, the better it gets. The flavors will melt together, the The meat will become incredibly tender, and the sauce will thicken into a rich, hearty stew. If you have the time, letting it go for 2 or even 3 hours on low heat will make it even more spectacular. Just be sure to give it a stir every 20 minutes or so to prevent anything from sticking to the bottom of the pot. After it's been simmering away, take off the lid and give it a final taste. This is your chance to adjust the seasonings. Does it need more salt? A little more chili powder for a kick? Maybe a pinch more sugar? This is your chili, so make it perfect for you. I'm adding a little more salt and a fresh crack of black pepper. The consistency should be thick and luscious. If it's too thick for your liking, you can add a splash more broth. If it's too thin, let it simmer uncovered for a bit longer to reduce. And now for the best part, serving it up. Chile is all about the toppings, and the possibilities are endless. I love to set up a little chili bar so everyone can customize their own bowl. Some of my favorites are a big dollop of sour cream or Greek yogurt, a generous handful of shredded cheddar cheese, some freshly chopped cilantro, and maybe a few slices of avocado. For a bit of crunch, crushed tortilla chips or classic saltine crackers are a must. A squeeze of fresh lime juice right at the end can also brighten up all those rich, savory flavors. Look at that, a beautiful, steaming bowl of homemade one-pot chili. It's rich, it's comforting, and it was all made in a single pot. This recipe is perfect for feeding a crowd, for meal prepping for the week, and it tastes even better the next day. The flavors just continue to develop and deepen overnight. It's the kind of meal that warms you up from the inside out and always feels like a hug in a bowl. I really hope you give this one-pot chili recipe a try. It's a true classic for a reason, and making it this way is so simple and satisfying. Let me know in the comments what your favorite chili toppings are. I'm always looking for new ideas to try. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more easy and delicious recipes. I'll see you in the next one. Happy cooking.